Hello and welcome to one of the most iconic circuits in American motorsport. We're here at the Daytona Oval Circuit for the first official round of the T-Tech Championship. Welcome to the T-Tech Daytona 200. The senior class is about to get underway. We've just had qualifying. Crack set an absolutely incredible lap, a second faster than Ducksworth in second to take pole position on his Triumph Daytona 675R here at his home race in the Tourist Trophy Esports Championship. I'm joined by my co-commentator River, and we'll be taking you through this 30-lap race, which should be an absolute barnstormer, as Daytona always is. And we're gonna just wait until everybody's ready up. We're ready to go now. It's time. We've got Crack on the Triumph, Ducksworth on the Kawasaki, Daz on the Kawasaki, Noskin on the Triumph, Alva on the MV Agusta, Hughes on the 2005 CBR 600 Honda, Downey on the Yamaha, Brett on the Kawasaki, and MSC on the MV Agusta. 9 riders all looking to battle it out for America's biggest road racing trophy. Are we ready?
We are ready. That's right, Race Boy. In fact, this grid, it's just sprinkled with riders from all over the world, as you can see by their flags. But not just that, just like the real Daytona, we have people from the Isle of Man. We have people from GP, from everything. Here we go. Let's go. 30 laps.
Yeah, 30 laps of the Daytona 200, and Crack leads us away from pole position. Let's go to the TV view. It's a brilliant launch from the Brit. Ducksworth heads into lead on this Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R. Absolutely incredible start from the Brit as well. Brett is also up to third. And Alva also into fourth on the...
And the Frenchman is away too in fifth place, and we have both the Germans in 7th and 8th. And Hughes, not the best of starts. We expected a little more from him, but I'm sure he'll make up for that coming in the laps ahead.
Yeah, Ducksworth, an absolutely incredible start. Clearly, as we were just talking and qualifying, the ZX6R, the bike to be on, as that's... Oh, a crash behind, I think, for Brett. Unfortunately, the Brit, he got brilliant launch. The TT legend in our... Oh, he's nearly hit the deck again, as we were just explaining how the ZX6R is the bike to be on. Unfortunately, he's hit the deck and had an absolutely mega save, and he's... Oh, no, he's dropped it for the second time now. But look at the slipstream we're getting from Crack to Ducksworth. It's getting it close here as the American looks to pass the Kawasaki on the Triumph Daytona 675R. Apologies earlier, I said the ZX6Rs are 1 and 2. I'm used to the Crack riding the ZX6R as he rides the Triumph around the outside. Ducksworth goes back up the inside on the exit of the chicane. What a move!
Wow.
As they come onto the second part of the oval now. Ducksworth leads from Crack, and now let's see if the American can get back in the slipstream and get that Daytona 675R tucked in. Can he go underneath him here at the banking towards the line to start the second lap of 30? Here they come, side by side to the line. Crack begins the second lap of the race in the lead. Now let's see if Ducksworth can get the lead back into turn 1. What a brilliant start to this race already. And they're already in one lap.
You're seeing the gearing. The gearing here. Crack has got his geared a little bit faster. Good recovery here, but Crack, he's trying to check out on him right here, Race Boy, actually.
Yeah, exactly. And we just saw Ducksworth catch the grass a little bit. But one thing that you'll know if you watch the Daytona 200 is these little 600cc engines, or well, the 675 inline 3 engines in the case of the Triumph Daytona and the MV Agusta F3. They're so powerful and aggressive. I mean, and they're all about the slipstream. There's a big wheelie there for Crack. The power just getting a little bit too much for him as he comes out of turn 5, now into turn 6. Ducksworth's all over the back of him. We've already been watching these two at the front for now, because this has just been an incredible battle already. It's lap 2 of 30. Ducksworth is in the slipstream. He's going for the higher line to use the undulation to get a better exit. Very NASCAR sort of riding there.
Now, if you notice, he hit an apex, and he did come down the top of the bank down to the bottom right there at the exit there.
Oh,
now, these are both...
That was defensive from Crack, and he's ran it over the chicane there. He might have got a little bit of a time penalty for that, and that's going to ruin his exit. Here comes Ducksworth on the ZX6R in the slipstream. This is already shaping up to be a sensational Daytona 200 and a brilliant debut for T-Tech in the motorsports league scene, as Ducksworth just can't get the power to go around the outside and up the banking. He's still in the slipstream on that McCann ZX6R. Here he comes, trying to get past Crack now into turn 1. There's no space for him to get through. That Triumph Daytona is too quick here at Daytona. The Crack goes defensive into turn 1. It's going to leave him with a worse off exit, and it's going to allow Ducksworth with a better opportunity into turn 2. Definitely no space now at the moment for Ducksworth to go with it. Crack once again going with a tighter line. Ducksworth knows how to battle here, and he's won a good few MotoGP races himself. There's another wheelie there for Crack on the exit. Ducksworth's going to try and pull alongside, and there's no way you're passing through there. It's way too fast into that left-hander, as they come into the right-hander now, and Ducksworth's got it on the front wheel. How about this for the start of the race?
Now, for folks at home, if you're just watching this or you watch esports and stumbled upon this, you may not know who these people are. The guy in front, the American Crack, he's one of the top-ranked TT pilots in the world on esports. I think he's number 4 in the world. The guy Ducksworth, who's in number 2, the British guy, he is a ranked MotoGP racer who races in league. So this is kind of an exhibition race. Ducksworth came out, Crack came out, and so you're seeing people from 2 disciplines truly battle it out here. And unfortunately, it looks like Ducksworth has found a chink in Crack's armor and is taking advantage of that.
Yeah, it just seems to me like Crack is a little bit weak in that chicane, and Ducksworth has really taken the opportunity to slice through his armour into that chicane and really get a good exit for it. He's already 4/10 ahead, but we know how powerful that Triumph is on the straight compared to the Kawasaki. This is exactly like the real life Daytona 200. It's riders from all disciplines. I mean, this year we saw Peter Hickman, Michael Dunlop out there, Richard Cooper, as Crack sends out the inside. Oh, they brush shoulders. Oh, Crack's gone down.
Crack is down at turn 1.
Drama. The Daytona 200
Drama
as the
at
pole man
turn
has
1.
hit the deck as he tried to overtake Ducksworth. He sent it from way back, and now we're going to look at the battle for second now as Daz looks to get involved, and Lehughes doing a good job on the 2005 CBR6. Oh, he's just crashed as I said that. Sorry, Lehughes.
Yeah.
He drops down to 5th, no skin in 4th.
Now, Race Boy, I did just watch that on the live stream. There's a 5-second delay, so I was able to watch what happened, that incident in turn 1, and I'm calling that clean. Ducksworth actually did sit up on the bike and hit the brakes to let Crack finish his pass, but Crack, it washed out. So unfortunately, that was a rider error from Crack. It wasn't Ducksworth's fault, so we're not going to flag that, and we're going to let him race it out.
It's rare that you see a fault from usually it's rare you see a rider take another rider out when they're on the outside. Usually, whoever's on the inside, it's their fault. Maybe sending it a little bit too hard, and I think that's what we saw from Crackers. It looks like he's about to get involved in another battle with a different Kawasaki ZX6R, because we're watching the Frenchman, Daz Ripper, catching up to the American now, but Crack looking to get back on the pace that we saw in qualifying. He was 1 second quicker than the entire field, Mark Marquez-esque, from the man on the Triumph Daytona 675, and it looks like he's just starting to close a little bit more to Ducksworth now, but it's a 30-lap race, so he's got plenty of time to make it work.
This is a really impressive performance from the Frenchman. He's just wringing that 600's neck. He's another one of these TT guys. He came from another motorbike clan than Crack, but yeah, he's been around the community for a few years. Oh,
huge
wow!
On the rear for Ducksworth. He came into turn 1. He's really pushing it now to try and bridge the gap to Crack, but it doesn't look like he is able to do that. Crack has already closed to 2nd in the last couple of laps. We've not given enough limelight to the lower positions, as Nuskin is doing a great job in 4th, the German, on the 675R, currently ahead of Lehughes and Alva as well. Oh, he's caught the grass there. That was close. Downey on the R6 in 7th. Brett, unfortunately, with a brilliant start, struggling to maintain pace, but it looks like he's starting to catch up to Downey, but we know how much he is, how good he is on the roads, on the streets in Ireland, in the UK, and the Isle of Man. I mean, we saw it in the Isle of Man TT game, and I think once we get to places like the Ulster GP, the Sun 100 Northwest, we'll start to see the other side of Brett, where he really comes well on the roads.
I couldn't agree more. Once you get him out on the farm roads where there's trees and bushes and things, where he'll feel in his comfort zone. And even on this race, I mean, it's 5 laps in. These TT guys are used to doing 6 times. Oh,
big
man. Big crash from Brett. And ninth place is still creeping up on him at 2.8 seconds behind his MSC, the German female rider. So there is still a battle, even in the back. There's still action going on.
Oh, Alva's hit the deck in 6th. That might allow Downey through as he's respawned in the tyre wall. Oh, dear,
oh no.
What has happened there?
Oh no, this is...
Oh my word, what has happened? He is...
This is an emergency. We've seen this before, actually.
Oh, what a shame for the Mexican riders. He's literally stuck crashing a bunch of times as he drops to last. This is such a shame for him. And I'll tell you
we're about to have to red flag the race, actually.
I think that will be a red flag, unfortunately, and that'll be a...
and keep the positions. I'm screenshotting it.
From lap 5, keep the position, so Alva would be in 6th. So, yeah. It is a shame for Ducksworth, who's doing a good job in that, but he will add a extra chance for Crack and Daz to get involved in the fight for the win. So that is a red flag, and we're going to get rolling once again with 25 laps to go. Red flag.
Okay,
not race. Oh. Not race decided.
So if you could make an announcement in the lobby, Race Boy, tell those riders that is called the bus stop. Do not go down at the bus stop.
Alright, we're just waiting now for... Okay, everybody's good and... oh no. Wait, did I... Okay, I've got that, we're all good. Okay, now I just need to order the grid accordingly. It was Ducksworth in 1st. And then Crack in 2nd. It was Daz in 3rd. No Skin, Le Hughes. And then from that lap, it was Alva, Downey, Brett and MSC, if I'm correct. Oh no, it was like this.
Was Brett ahead of Downey?
No, I set it to 30 laps, for goodness sake. I should have... should we just roll with 30 or restart and go with 25?
Restart and go with 25. That they can deal with.
We got them in pretty quickly last time around after qualifying, so these guys are pretty sharp on the invite accepting.
Really impressive performance from Ducksworth. I was not expecting to see the MotoGP rider just break out on the flyer like that. Let's see if he can maintain that momentum coming in after this red flag restart.
Yeah, that's a rare. To be fair, Ride 4 isn't much full of glitches, and that's why it's considered one of the best ride games of all time. But that is an unfortunate one for Alva, and it's a good thing that he's we caught that. So we could get him back out there. We're just inviting everybody else now to get everyone back in and racing. So who else do we need? Laps is on 25, and have you got a screenshot of the basically what the positions are going across the line before the end of that lap before, at the end of that lap?
Yes, and you give me 1 sec.
Wait, 1, 2, 3. That is everybody.
That's going to be Ducksworth first, Crack second, Daz Ripper in third.
Because we need to do another race now.
Can you do it 1 lap? Or 3?
Unfortunately not.
What, you can't order the grid?
No, I can't.
Okay, do Tsukuba, the Japanese circuit. It's even quicker than that British one.
Yeah,
Do the
okay, good
Japanese
shout. I'm gonna have to
three
make
lap.
another lobby now. So apologies for all this, guys. Ride 4 is a bit of a nightmare when it comes to this situation. You can't just do qualifying.
Oh, mate, I watched this Daytona 200 race last night. It was NASCAR guys at, I'll give a shout out to them at Raging Idiot Sports Network there on YouTube. But yeah, they had multiple red flags, multiple black flags, like just, I mean, 28 riders in NASCAR. It's crazy shit. So this is nothing, folks. So just bear with us here. We'll get it going. They got to do this Japanese circuit, a quick little 3-lap banger, and get the grid ordered, and we'll restart with 25 to go at the Daytona 200.
Yeah, awesome. So exactly as he said, we'll get back on it in a minute. We just need to do this, and this will be a little bit of a fun intermission. Consider this just like real life. They have quite a long time between restarts after a red flag, so it'll, you know, think of this like highlights from an old race. But all this is practice and getting used to the game before we start the official championship in 2026. So make sure you get yourself signed up. The Discord link is in the description if you want to sign up for the Tourist Trophy Esport Championship next season. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We just need a few more guys. Who are we missing? Ducksworth and MSC. I don't have MSC, so just wait for someone else to invite MSC. Okay, cool. We're ready to roll. So just enjoy this quick little race around Tsukuba that they are going to have, just so we can get the grid ordered, ready to restart the Daytona 200. But just while they get rolling with this, let's discuss what, I mean, Ducksworth, he was a second off in qualifying. I mean, everybody was that far off of Crack. He was on a whole nother level in qualifying with Crack, but Ducksworth really seemed to have an answer for him on that first lap, and it was really impressive to see the Brit so competitive. And what do you make of, do you think he's met, I mean, I didn't see what tyres he went with, so do you think he might have gone with something a little bit too desperate to push too early, and that might end up well, and he could make the same mistake again, but if he does, that might see him behind in the following laps at the end.
What I was seeing with Ducksworth and Crack is Ducksworth, you see that MotoGP experience come out in the way he had that ZXR set up, the engineering. So even if this isn't his strongest track or his strongest game, he is an esports motorbike player. He knows how to set up a bike correctly. He knows how to study a track before a race. So all that really came out. You could see he had the bike set up correctly, because Crack knows how to set up a bike as well, coming from the TT. These guys take everything into consideration. Elevation of the track, how much torque do they need, how much acceleration do they need in third gear, what speed they need to be in fourth gear. So what I saw on that head-to-head battle, mano a mano, that we just saw, was two bikes set up to the max and them just battling it out. And unfortunately for Crack, Ducksworth, his sword appeared to be sharper.
Yeah, it definitely seems like Crack has the long race pace, and again, Alva is really good at these quick races.
I see that.
So the Mexican, after that issue, trying to add a quick 0.1 percentage win to his pocket. And of course, if you're just joining us, which this is not the Daytona 200, of course this is Tsukuba. We're just doing this quickly to get it out the way, so we can order the grid, because when you make a new lobby you can't order the grid unless you've already done a race. So I'm really sorry about this, but just enjoy this as a little warm-up session and take a lap on board with the Mexican Alva around the Tsukuba circuit on the Augusta F3 675.
Really like the HUD on that motorbike. It's got your lap times and everything right there on the dash.
Yeah, quite a lot of them are similar in the Supersport class. Apologies for the noise if you can hear that in the background. as Alva 46.
It's a nice skin he's got there. Yeah, he's got the leopard print with the Valentino Rossi number there.
Yeah. And of course, don't take this anything seriously. It's just a quick race that they're doing to help order the grid. And we'll have 25 laps of the Daytona 200. This is the only downside to us playing on Ride 4. Oh wait, I know I could have done. I could have just gone in and quit session on that one. Of course, I never thought of that because I'm incredibly smart.
Well, now you know.
Yeah.
And
as I said before, it's all testing and practicing with settings on Ride 4, people getting up to pace on Ride 4 and gaining members for the official 2026 road racing season to start, in tune with most of the road races, as we have Northwest 200, a big feature, Macau, Southern 100, the Ulster GP returns, of course, next year, and on the esports scene, we're not sure yet about the official Ulster GP.
So I'm assuming we have not heard anything from Baby Kill or Jedi. They're still missing.
Alright, let's get this all right. We're going to have 25 laps here, and I think I've finally got everything correct.
Yeah. Daz number 3, Noskin number 4, LaHughes number 5, Downey number 6, MSC 7, Brett number 8, Alva 9.
Noskin 4.
Alva needs to be put in the middle somewhere, wherever he glitched at.
He was 6th across the line. I'm pretty sure this is correct. Was he ahead of... Downey was ahead of Brett. Okay, cool. Yeah. Alright, so this is the grid.
Brett, MSC was ahead of Brett.
No, she wasn't.
I took a screenshot, and it was Downey, MSC, Brett.
It was after Brett crashed, but that was the lap that
the
red flag happened, and of course it goes back to the previous lap recorded.
Right. We're good, we're good.
We're all good to go. Everybody's got their bikes. And it's time for the Daytona 200 to get restarted. Sorry for that little intermission at the Tsukuba circuit.
For folks at home, if you don't know, the reason that this is a road race, and the guys from the Isle of Man, they come over to the Daytona every year, and they run in this special event race held by the AMA. It's been held since 1937. It used to be held on the actual beach there at Daytona, but they moved it to the NASCAR track in 1961. So it's pretty much the oldest motorcycle race in North America that we've been running continuously. So that would put it at like 88 years running.
Awesome. Alright, we're just waiting for everybody to get set up now as we go racing again at the Daytona 200. After that short red flag intermission, Ducksworth will be kicking it off from pole position on the Ninja ZX6R. And of course, if you are just joining us and don't know what everybody's on, Crack, the original poleman on the Triumph Daytona 675R. And he looks really strong. Daz on the Kawasaki, Noskin on the Triumph. So as we said, the Triumph and the Kawasaki really seeming like the bikes to be on. And then LeHughes, a brave soldier on the 2005 CBR 600RR, which is so cool to see. Alva 46 on the MV Agusta F3, Downey on the R6, Brett on the Kawasaki as well, and also MSC. Everybody's ready to go. We are back at the Daytona 200 with 25 laps of intense racing. Let's hope we get a battle similar to what we saw between Ducksworth and Crack. Only a few laps to go, but this time the Brit kicks us off from pole position. The inline 4 ZX6R will scream across and off the line now as the lights go out and we get the Daytona 200 back up and running. It's a great start from Crack, who tries to go around the outside. A good start also for Noskin, but a good start again for Brett as he goes down, unfortunately. I spoke too soon. Noskin's up to second. That's really good for the German. Daz into fourth. Not too bad for the Kawasaki man. Noskin nearly goes into the back of Ducksworth, he has to take
Well, we
avoiding
have
action.
someone wide there at turn 3 there. I couldn't see who that was.
Noskin. He went into the barriers. He nearly went to the back of Ducksworth and had to take avoiding action. And now we go back to a similar order. Oh, Ducksworth on the outside curb. That got close. Ducksworth looking to put down the hammer and gain some time early on as Daz goes into the grass in the background. What a shame the Frenchman, who was running well before the restart, has unfortunately made a huge mistake. And Le Hughes is up to third now on the Honda CBR 600.
MSC just really capitalizing on all this drama. You see she has moved up into 5th place as all these guys have gone wide in the first sectors of the map.
Yeah, apologies for all the camera movement, just trying to figure out the controls. Very different to the MotoGP games. As Crack trying to get in the slipstream. We know how fast that Daytona 675 is on the straights and on the banking as he looks to make a move at the chicane. That'll be brave. It does not seem like his strongest point. It's the really tight and twisty, the fast section, well, tight, twisty, and also you've got to keep a good amount of speed through there. That really shows the talent and difference of the MotoGP guys and then the road racing guys. I mean, there you saw Ducksworth going a really much better line through the chicane, but through goes Crack, straight underneath Ducksworth, no slipstream required as he now takes the lead. Now Ducksworth trying to get back in the slipstream. We saw it a lap ago, not a lap ago, sorry, a few laps ago. Crack tried to send it up the inside of Ducksworth into turn 1 and went down. Oh, Ducksworth has done it as well. He's hit the deck.
Ducksworth is down at turn 1, and Le Hughes comes right through. Alva has moved up into 3rd. The Frenchman, Daz Ripper, he did go down on the straight before all this other drama, so we're really seeing a shake-up of what had happened previously before the red flag.
Yeah, exactly. You feel for Ducksworth as, you know, before the restart he had a good 2-second lead on Crack and was showing some real good pace, and unfortunately from that restart definitely got in his head. And
you know what? Watching these
Alva, I think has just gone off into the grass. He stayed on it, I think.
Oh no, he's dropped 2 positions.
Yeah,
but
he did stay on the
still
bike.
In 5th.
Yeah. He stayed on the bike and
okay.
He's rejoined in 5th behind Noskin. Let's see what Le Hughes can do about Crack. Definitely down on power on the straight, unfortunately, for the Belgian rider. Once again, apologies for his camera movement. Just learning it.
Now, as we see, Crack has moved into the lead there, and okay, Le Hughes is down 2 seconds.
Yeah, let's see if he can make
Ducksworth.
time.
It looks like Ducksworth is clawing his way back. There is a pack. The main pack of pilots is, if you look at the bottom left, folks at home, look at the bottom left of the screen, you'll see that main pack of pilots there, like it's a NASCAR track. Now, if you look at the front, you see 1 and 2 are going out on the flyer by themselves, but leading that pack is Ducksworth. We'll see if he can break away from them and get some open track, but without someone to draft behind, you're kind of you're left out there in the open, left by yourself. So the advantage that these 2 guys have is that at least they're together on this breakaway, Crack and Le Hughes.
Yeah, Ducksworth trying to hold on to his 3rd place. And Noskin's looking like he's actually showing some decent pace. I'm going to check again on the gap between Le Hughes and Crack. Le Hughes seemed to close a strong bit in these road course sections where it really does matter. And then where Crack has gained time is on the oval in the places where you'd think the Daytona would really have the edge on the 2005 CBR 600. But once again, can we have a quick mention for the fact that he's on a 20-year-old bike and up in 2nd. It's so incredible to see, especially since my dad owned a 2005 CBR 600 and it's up there competitive here at the Daytona 200.
Wow. Kind of hits home a little sentimental. In fact, when I was growing up, one of my next door neighbor, my childhood best friend, had a CBR 600. In fact, he crashed it right in front of our house.
Well, for Le Hughes' sake, let's hope he doesn't crash it right in front of us and continues to catch Crack and make this race a good show.
As they come through the horseshoe there, or the bus stop, I mean.
Yeah, Ducksworth's not looking like he's actually closing in on Le Hughes. Le Hughes, the Belgian, getting in a rhythm now and setting some strong pace, but I did not think Crack was going to start pulling away because we're going to go on board with him, and this is a lap with Crack. We're just going to have some silence for a lap unless something happens noticeable. And just hear that Daytona 675 sing as it goes around America's biggest motorcycle course. near spotless once again from the American at his home races. Look at the gap has gone from 3.5 a lap ago to 5 seconds now to Le Hughes, and that just shows the absolute mental pace that Crack is on.
Breaking away. Can we get an onboard from 4th place from Noskin? You might get some racing action if we can get a onboard from him.
Yeah,
see who's in front of him.
To Ducksworth, but he just can't seem. Sorry, I'm trying to get the camera right here, but he can't just get that extra little bit that he needs to catch the Brit on the ZX6R. And of course, something with road racing is that it's not. I mean, the racing is the main part. You want to see a great race, but sometimes, as opposed to a general circuit race like a MotoGP race, when it's spread out so much, you really do tend to get bored on the circuit racing. But here, well, specifically road circuits and Daytona as well, because it requires such an incredible level of skill and precision and just absolute pitch perfect. And you can see everything going so quickly. Oh, no skins got huge. Whoa!
No!
That was
Huge
lag.
wobble.
That was some lag.
That's lag. He's back.
I thought he was starting to lose the front there and start tipping towards the infield, but thankfully he has stayed on it and trying still to catch Ducksworth in front of him.
Now he is taking a little bit of time, but yeah, on this back straight, Ducksworth, he just checks out on him right here every time.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like Noskin has his gearing wrapped up quite as good as Ducksworth does, because it's not a matter of power. We know that 675 is definitely capable of dominating those straights, as we saw earlier on before the restart. Crack was absolutely rapid on the straight compared to Ducksworth.
Now Downey might be catching nose. Oh,
up top from Ducksworth. I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, good save there. I'm trying to see who's making progress. I do see we're getting some times are coming down between some of these guys in the middle. Where some people are making a little progress. Now, folks at home, again on these long road races.
Oh, Ducksworth's gone down.
Oh.
A big crash as he goes over the curbs. He's starting to catch up to Le Hughes. He's asked for a little bit too much, and Downey's had to avoid. He's had to avoid as Ducksworth re-enters the circuit. Down goes Downey, and I think Ducksworth is doing the honourable thing and letting him back through after that dangerous rejoin. Good sportsmanship from the Brit, as now Noskin makes his way up into 3rd.
That's an experienced rider. You can tell he just stood the bike up and waited for the guy to regroup and rejoin ahead of him.
And that's something you don't usually see in the MotoGP side of things.
Well, he's here at this road race against a lot of guys from different leagues he doesn't know. And, you know, the road racing, it can get a little it can get dirty. Now, I know in the MotoGP it gets really hectic, but you know, it's kind of different in road racing. Like, for example, you'll see people take the wrong line on purpose if you're following someone, and they'll do that just to put you in a ditch. You know, so it's a different strategy in road racing, whereas in MotoGP they may be rubbing elbows a lot.
Yeah.
In road racing, it's kind of different because you're out there for, you know, an hour at a time, 100-mile motorbike race. So the strategy's a little different.
Really. Like, I mean, there's no ditches for us to go into in Daytona, but of course that it is irrelevant here in Radford, because thankfully on this side of things nobody can get injured unless they somehow, well, maybe break their hand smashing their desk to pieces after crashing. That's the only injury I can think of. As it looks like Downey has unfortunately ran into some trouble, I think. He must have just clipped the grass or something, because it was giving us a notification that he had left the circuit or crashed. So I think he's just caught the grass or something, and it's a bit of a track limits excursion.
Crack is really just checked out on the entire pack as he grows his lead up to 8.5.
Yeah, it's a real shame that that Ducksworth hit the deck. He was looking really strong. We could have seen a real good battle from sorry, I'm completely messing up my words there, like we saw early on.
I know, because it appeared that those were our two most competitive guys, and now he's down in seventh. You may see Ducksworth fight his way all the way back up to second or third. I mean, there are 17 laps left.
Yeah, and as I was saying before, just before Ducksworth crash, is when it comes to road racing, sometimes, well, a lot more than general circuit racing, like your average lap at Jerez in MotoGP or Superbikes or anything, it's a little bit more entertaining just to watch, just go on board with them and watch how it's done, because it's just how because of how long the tracks are and how peculiar some of the corners and, well, jumps in some cases are. And it's incredible to just see how different riders take them. It's so satisfying, especially at the TT. Like, I'd much rather sit down on the sofa and watch a lap of the TT on board than a lap at, say, Jerez with Marc Marquez, because it's just, Jerez is something, I mean, if you're a general racing fan, you know Jerez, you know the layout, you know the lines. I mean, but with the TT, there's always something different you can notice about anywhere, from different riders, different bikes, and you can hear them sing. The bikes absolutely scream their nuts off as they're constantly at higher revs on some of these road circuits. And for me, it's just a much more enjoyable experience to watch them go around.
Now you're getting some action back there between 4th and 5th place. I think they're bunching up a little bit.
Yeah,
1.5 off, but again, on that back straightaway, anyone who's got their gearing out of whack, it's going to really show up on these straights.
One thing we haven't considered yet, we're not sure what tyres it will be on, so that can still play a part. This race is not done yet. There's, well over, I mean, how many laps have we got left now? 17 laps to go. There could definitely still be some issues with tyres. If, let's say, Cracker's gone with the wrong tyre, Lefties could still have a chance at this, and that gap definitely coming down now between Downey. I'll tell you what,
I
is
see.
also starting to catch Moscow.
Yeah, I see someone on road there. Downey's got this bike geared out pretty good, the way he's catching people on that back straight there.
Just looks like Moskin he must have made a mistake somewhere, because Alva's really started to close the gap, and I think after maybe a bit of a confidence booster at Tsukuba, he's starting to really get a good feeling here at Daytona. He's fancying the podium.
I see that. He's starting to stretch his leg. He got a little taste there, and I think he's hungry
no,
for
Skin's
more.
gone down. There's a bike at the track.
Goes wide. Oh, and he tries to avoid hitting him there. He's coming in hot himself.
Oh, Downey's ran it hot as well. What a shame.
I think he's going to stay on the bike.
Dear, no, he isn't. That's huge for the likes of Ducksworth. There's
a lot of drama back
that have gone down there at 25, and it's a good thing we caught that. As I think Crack has actually hit the deck. I got a notification. I think Crack did hit the deck. When you got the out sign, the little red dot, it means they've crashed. But the gap does not look like it's come down between the Hughes and Crack, so it might have just been a glitch. But now look at this. Daz has got involved after that incident.
Oh yeah.
Getting down in the Frenchman's looking to get back into the top 4 after a difficult first lap. Into the chicane, Noskin goes defensive. Daz is going to have a brilliant run out of here onto the straight, and he's going to try and cut under that Triumph. We do know Noskin hasn't got that set under best in terms of straight line speed. We should be able to see the ZX6R blow past here, and straight away already. Oh, contact! Contact! Oh no, Daz has hit the deck.
Noskin.
Oh, what a shame. Daz tried to go up the inside there, and I'm not sure whose fault that was. He might have to get both angles of both riders, but look at this now. It's ZX6R and ZX6R. Ducksworth is behind Daz. He's going to fly by thanks to that crash from Daz. Ducksworth is back into the top 5. Alva's gone down. Alva's gone down in third. You hate to see it.
And Noskin is only 0.9 behind him. Here we go. You're about to see some action here.
If Ducksworth, if something happens here between Alva and Noskin, we could see some real good clonking on battles between Downey, Ducksworth, Noskin, and Alva for third place. And let's bring some action to this race, because we're deserving of it, as MSC is the thing that stopped up. Yeah, MSC has stopped up, and looks like she's not continuing. No, she's had to stop for some reason. Might have just had to go to the toilet or something. She's doing burnouts in the middle of the she's trying to go backwards here. I don't know what she's trying out, but just
some bike problems or
just for safety, I'm going to black flag her because she's pointing the wrong way, and I don't know what she could be doing. It might be lag issues, so you never know where she could be heading. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to hand the black flag to MSC. Now we're down to 8 riders in this race. The gaps have all been
still between third and on the big map, third and fourth. Yeah, maybe we could get a dash cam from this guy from Noskin and see what is. Yeah. Now this is the young German rider, folks. He just moved up into the senior. I guess you would call him an orange vest senior. He was in the junior at the TT. He did real well there, real competitive. He placed. Right, and he placed at the TT, so now he's moved up into the senior, and he's holding his ground up here.
Yeah, he's starting to make up some time here on Alpha. Really good stuff from the German as the gap continues to get smaller between him and the Mexican. Heading down now into turn 3, the International Horseshoe. Can he keep it going? Can he keep that triumph consistent? And now, only 2 laps ago, it was Alva chasing Noskin into this corner, and now it's the other way around, and nearly Alva repeats the exact same thing Noskin did 2 laps ago, heads into the grass and nearly goes down. He managed to stay on it that time. Noskin closed a bit, but he ran wide at turn 6 there.
Now both of them are really pushing, and as they...
Such a shame. He was looking like he's sorry to interrupt you. He looked like he was going really well.
No, it's a lot going on there, especially with these guys in the back. There's so much switching. It's kind of like musical chairs here. Yeah, I think this battle between Noskin and Alva, this is going to be a real competitive one. That we're seeing some action here.
Yeah, hopefully
as they come into.
We get a good gong on. If they keep battling, Ducksworth and Downey could start catching up. They're quite locked tight together here. They're about a second between them at the moment on the road, so hopefully they can continue on, and if not, as I said before, if Noskin and Alva start to bash bars and stuff like that, then Ducksworth and Danny have a good chance of getting involved in this 3rd place battle.
Now, building on what you said earlier, Race Boy, if we think his gearing is out and he's catching Alva on the back straight, then Alva's gearing is out too.
Yeah,
then that means both of the young guys, both their gearing might not be up there with some of these older guys where they have their bikes set up.
Exactly. Oh, Alva's gone really early there on the brakes. Noskin's nearly gone into the back of him and had to sit up to avoid.
He threw the kitchen sink at it there.
Maybe a bit of tactics from Alva.
Maybe.
Oh, Alva's off into the grass. He's into the wall. Noskin has followed him in nearly. A bit of sympathy error there. And the German continues on into 3rd place and says thank you very much, as now Ducksworth's into 4th and only 3 seconds now off of Noskin. The pressure is on as he's sliding that ZX6R onto the oval and up the banking. He is now looking to charge back up onto the podium. Come on, Ducksworth, do it for the Great Britain.
An impressive performance from him. Like I said, I had a feeling. I saw one of his MotoGP races the other day. The lad was very competitive, and to see him fight his way back up here to podium position, I mean, that's a hands off. That's a good ride. I don't care who you are. Oh, we have lost Brett.
That is a shame.
He was having a hard ride.
Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately I was wrong. The yellow sign means they have crashed, and red, I have no idea because it says that there's a red circle at the moment on Noskin, and we've lost MSC after she's been disqualified, and that gap is now down to, he had a bit of a glitch there, it said 2 seconds, it's gone back up to 3, but Ducksworth definitely starting to pile the pressure on the German now. Let's see if he can do it. I'm not sure if he can, but there's still plenty of time left in this race. And let's just check tyre percentages. Noskin's rear tyre is on 26%, his front on 54%. Now, Ducksworth, his front is on 36%, but his rear is on 43%. So, when it comes to somewhere like this, you'd think the rear tyre would be the one you'd want to keep the most healthy. So you think Ducksworth might be the one in better condition right now, and he's definitely starting to catch up. He has a huge moment. But you spoke too soon.
Oh.
He's repeated Alva's mistake. He's ran it on, caught the bumps on the outside, and ran it into the wall. What a shame for the Brit. Who's
How many
now
times have we
fifth.
seen it? How many times have we seen it? That turn is eating people. It's like a monster. That turn is just eating them alive because these guys, they're tired. They start to fall off, and if you get caught napping one time on that turn, you will go wide.
Exactly. Now we're well in halfway of this race, including the restarted 5 laps prior. And it might just be starting to get on a few people's heads now, starting to feel a bit of lack of concentration. But practice doesn't seem to be in any sort of mishaps at all.
You know, I had a junior race before this one started, and yeah, by lap 25, I had tunnel vision. So these guys, you're going to get tired. And I mean, I don't care who you are, you're going to get tired.
So there comes Craig into the banking. Now, 13 seconds ahead of Hughes, who's once again doing a brilliant job, and his tyres are in great condition. He must be running a hard front. He's actually on a 70% run. That could play into a bit of a factor here with 70% on the front tyre with only halfway to go. That is incredible from Hughes. He must be, but the thing is that on the banking it does get really cold, that front hard tyre. That's why Crack's on the front medium. When Noskin's on the front medium, he's gone down. He's hit the deck. The German again down at turn 5. You can see where the cones are scattered all over the circuit because of how many people have gone down. And now we're on for a battle. Look at this. 2 seconds separates 4 riders.
He's gonna go wide here.
Alva's in
and this
third.
is where you're gonna see the draft here now. On that back bank, we're gonna see who knows where to go. Some of these guys taking the high line, but right there in that middle line, that's where you're gonna want to be, where Noskin's at, trying to get a little bit of draft off Downey.
Yeah, exactly.
Now these aren't like the cars. They don't need the clean air the way a NASCAR does. They can have dirty air. It's not as big of a deal with these motorbikes.
Yeah, exactly. Here comes Noskin, looking to get in the slipstream of that R6. Downey is looking strong on the ovals, but not as strong as the Daytona 675Rs. Nobody is as the German cuts it underneath the American to take 5th place back. Downey, it sounds like he's going to try and go around the outside on the high line. Surely not. Alva's almost into the wall there, I can see at the top of the screen. Wow, the Mexican getting brave as Ducksworth is starting to catch up now. We've got 2 battles to keep an eye on. Here comes Ducksworth. Let's have a look here. We're going to go for the TV angle to get the most cinematic experience of this battle here for 3rd place. Hughes still 15 seconds off Crack. Once again, though, we remind of the tyre conditions. Can Alva defend from Ducksworth in 4th as he gets it all out of shape heading into turn 3. Ducksworth 100% later on the brakes. He's gone for the wider line to get the exit. The ZX6R is starting to close in now on the MV Augusta F3. Is there a way through for the Brit to finally get back into the podium positions after a really difficult restart to this race, starting from pole position? This is the corner where it's got everybody wrong. Everybody's made it through safely this time, but once again Ducksworth making up time, and could that ZX6R now make a move on the Mexican as he goes defensive? Ducksworth goes around the outside. What a move! He's made it work, and out on the oval though, that might have been a tactic from Alva, letting him through to get back in the slipstream, to get through on him on the straight and ahead before the chicane. What do you make of that?
Well, I think that Alva and Noskin have been battling out for the last 20-30 minutes. Ducksworth has fought his way all the way back up to the podium position, and Alva is trying to get a toe now. He's checked out on the German kid. The Mexican guy is checked out, and he's trying to get a toe with the Brit, and we'll see what happens. You know,
once again, sorry, it didn't interrupt there.
No, that's it. I'm just kind of in shock here. It's like the TT, man.
Yeah, Ducksworth, and we just saw, just after he passed Alva into that chicane, he is so strong, stronger than Crack in that chicane. It's really impressive just how much faster he is than everybody into the bus stop chicane into that final sector, but already you can see Alva starting to close in just a little bit more in that first sector. Maybe it was just Ducksworth being a little bit deep into the first corner, but now he's starting to pull it back out. What's Downey got? He's still on the back, excuse me, of Muskin. This is where Noskin made that costly error many times so far in the race. He goes for the tighter line. He's ran out wide. Downey's looking for the inside line. It's not going to happen this time round. A bad exit for Noskin. He's made a complete mess of that corner. And now can the German defend into turn 6? Downey's late on the brakes. He nearly runs at the back of the German. He's got it sliding. He's got it stopped somehow.
Oh,
he's gone off the track. Noskin's crushed on the inside. Noskin has crashed on the inside.
Impressive performance from the American as he barely missed the white concrete wall there. Noskin went down on the inside. He's going to capitalize on that as the German falls 4 or 5 seconds behind. Daz Ripper 3 behind Noski, looking to get out of 7th place.
Yeah, and Le Hughes now 60 seconds off. It's not. When's this tyre going to come into effect then? Not looking like any time soon. It might just be that Crack has played it right and the percentages don't matter when Crack's front tyre is way warmer than Le Hughes is freezing cold front when they get to the banking. And now Ducksworth looking like he's checking out in 3rd place, and it might be a bridge too far to Le Hughes unless the Belgian starts to make some mistakes with those cold tyres, but I can't see it happening. So I'd say Ducksworth's front tyre is 100% in the worst condition at 27%.
Now the young Mexican he is still right there nipping at the heels of Ducksworth. You could throw a blanket over both of them at 2.5, and then Downey is right behind him. So between 3rd, 4th, and 5th place, you got a real show going on. With 8 laps left on this motorbike, somebody goes down one time and you're losing that spot.
Don't forget, if you want to get signed up for the next event, what is the next event?
The Northwest 200 in Northern Ireland.
Next month we'll have the Northwest 200 coming your way, and it's going to be right a show. It's going to be absolutely incredible, and get yourself all checked out and ready to watch an incredible race at the Northwest 200 live from T-Tech.
That'll be in line with some of these guys' discipline. The road race guys, they kind of feel out here like naked and alone on this Daytona track, these TT guys. So when they get to the Northwest, it'll be kind of something a little more familiar to them.
Yeah, just play like coming home. It's where road racing lives, Ireland and the UK in general.
That's right.
And that's when we might just see Brett, Daz, and a few other people really start to come into their own. Maybe we'll start to see a bit of a slowdown from Crack, because as I've seen, this place is his most played track on my floor by a good chunk. He's got about 100 hours on this circuit, so he's quite the sweat here at Daytona.
Now, Crack, he's on track in real life. He's motorbike family, and not trying to dox anybody or give anything away, but a lot of these guys are. Some guys in our intermediate and our junior class, they're on track. Big shout out to Titron Racing. He couldn't be here today. He's normally in our senior from the TT League. He's prepping the Kawasaki for a motorbike race in Mexico. So, again, shout out to him. And while we're giving shout outs, one more to Charlie and Jake over at Mir. And shout out to Delta and Brett over at his lobbies for Isle of Man. If you guys want to play Isle of Man on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, they do lobbies at 4 to 8 p.m. UK time. So, just shout out to them. And thanks to you, Race Boy, for commentating with your motorsports. We appreciate you so much, brother. So,
I mean, where else do you get some incredible road racing like this? I mean, it's been a long time since I've started commentating on online races, and forever I've dreamed of commentating on some road racing to really get myself into the rhythm. And you know, if I do ever commentate, for example, on the TT, it'll be such an honour, and it'll be good to have that experience of also getting to know all the road courses better, and just being part of the road racing life.
I think we might be seeing some action there coming up on the finish
Oh,
line
yeah, good
between
shout.
sixth and seventh place, maybe.
Yeah, Daz is starting to close in now and putting some pressure on Muskin. It's a shame to see the German drop back after a real prominent podium battle, but again, a same person, everyone on this grid is capable of a podium, and that's what makes the gap between third and seventh so close in that last few laps. The incredible battle that we had, I think everybody in this race has been on the podium positions at least once.
That is a very good point. And, I'm going to quote you here from the TT, where just to be in this class is like a claim to fame. To be in the senior. I mean, let's be honest, these are some of the best esports guys in the world racing these motorbikes here. So, I mean, yeah, every one of these guys was in a podium position at one time in this race, and that's what people come out to see is a good racing action like that.
Yeah, exactly. In Ride 4 is not a very popular game anymore, of course, but the Ashes still rise to show some real talent in this game. We would use Ride 5, because Ride 5 is a brilliant game, but it's just a shame there isn't as many road circuits on Ride 5 as in Ride 4, so we come back to Ride 4 to bring you Macau and Natra.
And next year we might do some Ride 5. It kind of depends on what the community. We want to include all the pilots, let them vote on how they kind of want to do stuff. Big move there. Unforced error there on the wall. Stayed on the bike, though. Still in the saddle.
Now 5 laps left of the iconic Daytona 200, and we've got a battle on. It's a battle for who doesn't want to be last on the grid. I mean, it's not a battle for last necessarily, because we've got Brett in 8th and then MSC in 9th for the previous disqualification. So, Downey's hit the deck. Downey has gone down, no pun intended. But now we've got a 3-way battle for 5th place as Noskin.
3-way battle with 5 laps left. Yep. I'm rubbing my hands together right now. This is the action.
This is going to get interesting.
Oh, I like that cinema screen. Let's leave it on that.
No, Noskin's gone down again at that corner.
The young German.
Really.
Well, that's the pressure you see now. Now the Frenchman, he's a little older, and you'll see that in his riding style. You're probably not going to see the.
Yeah, we haven't seen many crashes from him, to be fair. Of the crashes we saw a lot of crashes from him, to be fair, at the start of the race, but nearly, I think only one of them was of his own fault. Most of them was him trying to avoid other riders.
That's true. At that monster turn back there, he went wide trying to avoid someone. Good call on that. Now let's see if he can stay on the bike here through the bus stop and bring the bike home and finish ahead of Noskinmitz.
It's such a shame there. We were just rubbing our hands together for a 3-way battle for 5th place, but it just looks like once again we could be treated up to a good 5th place battle between Daz and Downey. We've got a Yamaha versus a Kawasaki, the 2 Japanese bikes, but an American and French pilot about to go head to head if Daz can make up the time. 4 laps to go. Alva's hit the deck as well. Alva has also crashed. And will that be enough for Downey to catch up? It won't be enough to really catch, as I've just seen a bit of a thing there for Crack at the Hughes. Not looking like it's definitely not going to catch a 4 laps to go unless something serious happens to Crack. But quick,
got to give it to the Hughes. Yeah. The Hughes did stop the bleeding, though. He stopped the bleeding, and they settled into a rhythm. Him and Crack did.
Oh, hang on, sorry to interrupt, but Daz has just got through on Downey into 5th place. I don't know if it was a mistake from Downey. Maybe he ran off track or something, but he definitely didn't crash. He's still right there with him, and now they're 3 seconds back from Alva in 4th.
And he's on the Kawasaki, the Monster Kawasaki. To think that the Monster Kawasaki, the Frenchman, he was in 7th place just 1 lap ago. And now
he's chasing down 4th.
Now he's chasing down 4th. Let's see, can he do it?
It'll be a big ask. You'd think he needs another mistake from Alva, but something that Alva, he's got some really strong rhythm, but sometimes he just asks a little bit too much of that MV Augusta F3.
and that gap is steadily closing. I'm watching them, their race boy on the little mini map at the bottom left. Okay, folks at home, I want you to look at the bottom left of your screen. You see that pack 4, 5, 6, and 7. That pack is steadily hunting down player 4 there, and we got 4 laps to go. It's anybody's race back here in the back.
Crack, just on absolute rails. He's cracked the code of how to dominate a motorbike race.
Oh, he's a complete professional. I mean,
will we? Do you think we'll be seeing this? Is an absolute. It's like Marc Marquez and Sachsenring. It's like the Yamahas at Thruxton in British Superbikes. It's incredible, really. How good Crack is at Daytona. Do you think we're going to start to see a little bit more of a level playing field at Northwest 200, and maybe we'll see a bit of a replica of what we saw in real life, and we saw the 5-wide moment between Richard Cooper, Dean Harrison, Peter Hickman, Michael Dunlop, and Davey Todd?
Absolutely. First off, Crack is consistent. We know he's going to be at the front at the Northwest. But again, like I said, Tytron, he's out prepping for real races in real life. When he comes back and we get Baby Kill and Jedi back, and then Brett, he's more of a TT guy. So the Northwest and the Ulster are going to be kind of more his discipline. So, yes, that is what you're going to see. You'll have a 5-way battle at the Northwest and the Ulster, and that'll be a good show to watch.
Yeah, make sure you get your calendars marked when the date is revealed. I'm not quite sure what the date is, but we'll have it with you not too far from now. Follow us on Instagram at TTech Racing so you don't miss the latest clips from this race. Catch the highlights on YouTube as well on the TTech Racing channel, which will be the streaming location in the future.
As we come around to the finish line here, this pack in the back, this is a long motorbike race, folks, 105 miles in real life. We weren't able to do a 200-mile, but this is a 105-mile race, and these guys got just 3 more laps. Let's see if the Kawasaki, Monster Energy Kawasaki Frenchman, if they can pull it off. Oh, is he...
Got it out of shape there, and it just looks like everybody's starting to spread out now, and the closest gap is Noskin and Downey with just 2.5 laps to go. Can Noskin get back into the top 6 and catch Downey? This is where he really struggled before. This is where he always crashes. I'm trying to get the right angle, and he's got it right there in turn 5 for the first time in a while. And he's now
like I said, that turn is a monster. You know these guys are...
His rear tyre's really struggling compared to Downey.
He's got nothing left.
4%.
He had 4% left.
Now let's compare tyres. Rack on 20% on the front. And it does actually look like the tyres are coming into play now. The gap was 16 seconds between Crack and LeHughes 2 laps ago, and now it's turned down 2 seconds. LeHughes can't catch him unless Crack makes some incredible mistakes, but now we're just seeing this is what LeHughes had in mind. If he was just a bit closer and got a bit more lucky in those early laps and got involved with that battle with Swerve and Crack, he really could have been in there, and that's some data for later on, maybe next season when they come back to the Daytona 200. That's something he will learn from, and that's something everybody will learn from.
Right. I think a lot of these riders are going to take away notes from and take away data from this experience, especially some of these young guys who, for example, their tires just fell off at lap 28, you know. They're going to learn from that. Hopefully they'll readjust and they'll come back, and when they're...
One thing I'll say... sorry, carry on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. It does look to me like... Oh, somebody got down at the back there. Daz Ripper, his tyres are in worse conditions than Alva's by a decent chunk, but it does look like he's starting to catch the Mexican here with a lap and a half to go here at the Daytona 200. Alva is starting to feel the pressure, and what a comeback this would be from Daz Ripper to come from 7th to 4th in only the last 5 or so laps of the Daytona 200. He's really starting to make an effect now on the MV Agusta F3. Let's see if he can do it and cheer the Frenchman on to have a brilliant comeback.
That would be a brilliant comeback. He is an experienced PT rider, many years at the Snaffel Mountain Course, so this isn't really his discipline. So for him to make this comeback will show his skill on a motorbike, and He's doing it. Let's
Catch
see.
He needs to get something here in the chicane, and he's gone it. He's ran it super deep there. He might have just lost it. He's lost a good chunk of time to Alva. He needs Alva to make a mistake here and see who's going to be better have the better well-rounded gear settings on this banking.
That's a good point. We forget about that.
Inline 3 engine. We do think that the Emily Augusta and Triumph are more powerful and have more room for power than the Kawasaki's.
It appears so.
Let's just take a moment for Crack as he now comes to the oval. What an incredible race from Crack. I mean, he ran into quite a lot of issues before the restart, but it looks like he's just regrouped, taken a deep breath, maybe made a setup change, and regrouped brilliantly to beat Ducksworth, LeHughes, Alva, Daz, Ripper, Downey and Noskin. It's been, since the restart, it's been absolutely sublime. He took the lead and never looked back. Here comes the American to line to win at home. He is the master of Daytona. He kicks off the T-Tech Championship with a sensational win at Daytona. Crack wins the Daytona 200 with a sublime performance on the Daytona 675R. The Daytona wins in Daytona, and now LeHughes, the Belgian, on the 2005 CBR 600 comes home in second. I know my dad will absolutely love that.
Wow. And the Brit Ducksworth, he's working his way through the bus stop there on the backside of the track. He'll be coming around the bank here in about 15 seconds, and we'll have him at the line at this time.
It doesn't look like anybody's going to make it to the line, and I don't think anybody is
close
enough
see how
to
they're
catch each other. That is it. That is the results. Ducksworth takes home a good third place, a good comeback from the Brit. And I don't think we're requiring any penalties there. But look at the lap time from Crack. A second and a bit faster than everybody else on the grid. But what a ride. What an incredible ride from the American and the Belgian LeHughes. Another strong performance. And that will be it. That is the Daytona 200. You've got Crack, LeHughes, Ducksworth, Alva, Daz Ripper, Downey, Noskin, and then Brett and MSC. Join us next month in September for the Northwest 200, where the guys from the TT will really come into their own. It's time for some classic road racing. We've been served up some nice ones today, but that's it from me and River and T-Tech. Follow a T-Tech Racing on Instagram. Follow them on YouTube, because that's where the races will be streamed in the future. Thanks very much for joining us. That was the Daytona 200, and we are over and out. Good night, or good afternoon, or good morning, wherever you are. That was the worst order ever. Cheers for now.
Good night,
Goodbye.
folks.